Did you know the demolition work beyond the highest and rearmost ridge on a standard traditional building character overlay allotment is exempt? Yeah, right now you're sitting there going, what did you just say? Well, in this video, I'm going to explain exactly what that mumbo jumbo means, so that next time you know how to get yourself and your client out of a development application. First things first, I have to give a massive shout out to Barb for sending through this content idea. It's a good one. So, what does the wording say? Any demolition work beyond the highest and rearmost ridge is exempt. Two parts there. The first part says highest. So essentially you go to the peak, the highest point on the actual roof form. If that peak happens to be a ridge and it goes backwards, you go to the backwards-most point. Is that actually English? The rearmost point, that's the words I was looking for. The rearmost point of that ridge, and you chop off everything beyond that point. If you happen to have more than one high point, so multiple ridges on the house, you pick the one that is furthermost back on the site, and you go to the rear of it, and you chop off everything beyond that. So I'll just repeat it. Demolition work beyond the highest, that's your first marker, and rearmost, that's your second judging point, ridge. So let's go through a few examples, or not a few, let's go through 4 examples to help illustrate what this actually means, give you a bit more information. So in this first example, we've got a traditional pyramid. So literally, you've got the 4 triangles that all reach in that one single roof peak. Again, highest and rearmost ridge. We only have one highest point here. So you literally chop straight through the middle of the house and you demolish everything beyond that point. Happy days. In this example here, we've got a gable end house. So we've got a gable at the front, a gable at the back. So if you're looking down at the road frontage here at the front of the property, you'd be looking at a triangle at both ends. In this instance, again, we have one highest most point. However, that high point ends at the rear facade. So unfortunately, you can only chop at that point, which means it's absolutely no use to you. This exemption does not help you if you have this situation. If, however, that house had been rotated 90 degrees, it would have been like this. We could have gone straight through the middle of the house and chopped off everything to the rear. Would be nice. So yeah, unfortunately the orientation screws that one. Now, I can see all the architects and designers already sitting there going, what on earth is that? Give me a break, I'm a town planner, come on. What I've tried to draw here is a house that has 2 gables, one at each end and then a pyramid in the middle. So the pyramid is just like this example here. These 2 ridge lines here, the gable ends, sit lower than the actual pyramid on the house. So in this instance, we again have one high point. You can chop straight through the middle of the house and remove the rear half of the house. Sweet. Now, this next example here, we've got a gable end here, a gable end here, and a gable end here, which all go upwards to a ridge at the top here. That forms the highest point of the house. We come to the rearmost point of that high point. Highest and rearmost, man, it's a mouthful. So in this instance, I would consider that point right there to be the highest and rearmost point of the house. So what we do is we come through the middle there and we chop off that portion there. Now, just throw another example out there. Imagine if you had a house that had 3 gables, or no, I shouldn't say gables, I should say ridges. 3 ridges, all at equal heights. I can't say I've ever seen a house like this, but let's say we had 3, 2 side by side and 1 at the back, all at equal levels. What you would do is go to the backmost one, the rearmost one, and the back of it, chop it off and go backwards from there. So there you go. Like I said, highest is the first determining factor. You go the highest point. If there is more than one highest point, you go to the rearmost point of the rearmost one. Yeah, I think that makes sense. So just to recap, the highest and rearmost ridge, you can demolish anything beyond that point without triggering a town planning application, except if you're a corner allotment. If you're a corner allotment, unfortunately, none of this applies. These exemptions just don't apply to corner allotments. You have to ignore everything we've talked about today. But for a standard lot, you can definitely draw on this to get yourself out of a town planning application. So I think that covers everything I wanted to talk about. If you'd like our help to get you out of your next development application, then we'd encourage you to send through some plans. Just email them through to us and ask us to take a look. We don't charge for the service and we normally respond within 1 business day. So you've got nothing to lose. I think that covers everything. Until next time, thanks for watching.
For all you red tape lovers out there, I have one thing to say. Well, no, actually, I've got 3. Number 1, The advice provided in these videos is general in nature. It's not site specific. You would be a silly Billy to go and make financial decisions based on this advice without first checking with the town planner. Don't be a silly Billy. Number 2, Brisbane town planning is in no way linked to Brisbane City Council. The views expressed in these videos are my own, not council's. So if you don't like them, blame me, not council. Number 3, what was my number 3? Oh yeah, the views expressed in these videos are accurate at the time of recording. If you're watching this video back 10 years from now, the views may not be so accurate. That's all. Bye.